Hello everyone, this is Nillufary. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, 2019. Following a few failed attempts, I was finally able to submit my file to the US Embassy today. Some minutes ago, I asked for a receipt of my file. They denied to give me the receipt, and I also asked for a copy of my cover letter here with a protocol number on it. They like officially received it and put some stamps on it, but they didn't give me a copy. They just asked me to take photos. I took two photos of one of my cover letter and one of my envelope, which I'm going to publish later. And here is my cover letter addressed to the ambassador Jeffrey Piat, and we are going to see the US Embassy is ever going to help me out in resolving this humanitarian tragedy. So this was addressed to them on August 5th. There have been some incidents and it was postponed until today. So I'm just going to read this letter quickly. I will be on my way because I don't want to trapped in another sort of problem with the US Embassy or the Hellenic Police. So here is my letter. Subject: seeking US assistance in ending the humanitarian tragedy in Greece. Dear Honorable Ambassador, I am a 33 years old civil engineer, a Kurdish national, originally from Iran, but practically a stateless person in exile for over 14 years. I am as well a recognized refugee and therefore a beneficiary of international protection, was being held hostage against his will and being exploited in Greece for as many as 5 years. I am fleeing from Middle East, from its tyranny and barbarism, from the Iranian rogue and terrorist regime and the Kurdish savages in northern Iraq, to be more specific, in the hope of finding protection, a durable and sustainable solution for my life. I had eventually found myself on Europe's shore in September 2014. However, as a result of an initial misdirection, false and incomplete information given to me by the Greek authorities, the UN's designated organization for refugees, UNHCR, and the so-called humanitarian agencies, NGOs, in Greece, in the year 2014, I suffered an illegal deportation from Sweden back to Greece in September 2015, and I have not yet found any sort of protection anywhere. They told me to register in Greece, get documents, and then go and settle wherever I wanted in Europe. And they are very good people. They understand how bad the situation is in Greece, and they will never send you back here, they said to me. But Sweden sent me back to Greece exactly because I made myself known to the authorities in Greece and therefore did not pay or rely on people smugglers to reach their territory. Officially, I was being deported to Greece on the grounds of Dublin Regulations, when in fact they sent me back to Greece at a time, even when Greece was not abiding by the Dublin Regulations, and at a time, even when all the borders were temporarily open and people could freely leave Greece and reach the prosperous countries in Europe without having to face any obstacles. Now, due to the Dublin Regulations, I will no longer be able to find protection in the other EU countries. Also, due to timing and geographical restrictions, I was also being excluded from benefiting from EU's already failed relocation program, which is why the only durable and sustainable solution with respect to my case would only be my resettlement in another country, most likely outside of this continent, Canada, USA, or Australia. Due to total lack of protection in Greece, systematic deprivation, and complete exclusion in this country, I was practically forced into announcing a hunger strike and protest at the doorsteps of the UNHCR's main office in Greece on March 21, 2017. I was initially on hunger strike for up to 64 days and still continuing my protest under the most inhumane, degrading, and undignified conditions. Immediately after the break of my hunger strike on May 23, 2017, the Court of Athens have imposed a restraining order that practically, but not officially, prohibits me not just from entering the UNHCR building, but even from approaching the organization, which in a sense had basically hindered my life and had therefore enslaved me in Greece. A completely hostile and deleterious order that gave the way wide open for exploiting a refugee's vulnerability, humiliating and torturing him in his most time of need for protection. Due to the mention of that, all my attempts of reaching out to the organization or even approaching their building will only result in further punishments, such as unnecessary violent and physical assaults by the guards of the UNHCR building, the people inside the UNHCR building, the employees of the organization, and even the Hellenic police. The latest of these assaults occurred on Monday, July 22, 2019, when I was desperately trying to reach the organization and due to urgent protection needs, but I once again found myself behind a closed door and later physically assaulted by one of the employees of the organization. I had suffered several injuries from these vicious attacks, some wounds on my right hand and some others on my forehead, and excessive pain in my chest. At the Athens Forensic Services, they did not include the trauma and the excessive pain in my chest in their report, which is why I had to visit another hospital for the examination of my chest. At the Laiko General Hospital of Athens, where I was examined by two other doctors, they had found nothing lethal that had resulted from those assaults, but they prescribed a lot of medicines. The videos of those assaults are available on my YouTube channel. The continued physical assaults and other deterrent and terrorizing measures were not the only policy of the UNHCR towards this case, because I had as well suffered indefinite numbers of illegal detention in different police facilities, trials after trials in the court of Athens, and illegal detention in refugee camps and even in prisons. In fact, I have had up to 18 trials in the court of Athens, the Casterio Electriso, so far, simply on the counts of attempting to reach the office of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, and seeking a durable and sustainable solution for my life. I have as well been practically imprisoned in 5 different prison facilities in 5 different occasions on the same accounts. The Hellenic police is regularly removing me from the doorsteps of the UNHCR's building. In fact, they have been doing this exactly since my illegal deportation from Sweden back to Greece in September 2015. After the announcement of my hunger strike and protest, these have only been intensified. Yet, even in spite of these many years of continued suffering in this country, they still do not even want to make a statement about this ongoing situation. We don't care. Your life doesn't matter to us. Go back to your country. Why you came here? Go kill yourself. Remove your shelter from the UNHCR's office and go die somewhere else. Are samples of their short replies to my requests for making a statement. The desperation is real and the risks are too high, yet the organization UNHCR, even in spite of over 29 months of persisting protests in front of their office, not only has not yet even acknowledged my presence there, but also seems to have completely lost perspective and compassion, because not only they have been working hard to criminalize my case and even targeting my personal character and my dignity and honor in many sophisticated and calculated ways, but also have been consistent in extending the situation in a clear hope that I would eventually die and never going to make it, perhaps death by starvation. A cheap and easy solution without having to cost them anything, and all at the expense of the refugee himself. On the other hand, a systematic deprivation and targeted assassination. I am truly terrorized by the organization, by the people inside the UNHCR's building, and by the Hellenic police as well. I fear for my life, my safety, and well-being. The matter of the fact is that clearly I have absolutely no protection in Greece, and hence the country has to release me from its fake protection, apologize and compensate me for the amount of immeasurable and irreparable damages they inflicted on my life, and as a way of easing my pain and suffering, they must also help for my resettlement, readmission in another country, and let me go immediately. Refugees do not have any obligations to stay in a country with no functioning asylum system, no protection of any kind, and no security at all. I did not seek refuge to pay and suffer, nor did I agree or sign on any paper that enslaves me in Greece, because more or less this is nothing but a clear example of slavery. Am I not in charge of my own life? Who or what am I in Greece? It's not officially clear. A refugee, a hostage, a prisoner of war, or nobody with no identity at all, who has been systematically deprived of everything and left alone to die. Nobody knows, or at least they pretend not to know. What is clear though is that I need urgent protection, and of course a country that can offer me that. It certainly is not Greece and will never be Greece for sure. I am seeking to be given a safe passage or a legal way of entry to a country of asylum, or to be resettled in one of those countries urgently. My needs for asylum or obtaining a safe passage to a country of asylum are rightful, legit, and legal. My case already fulfills at least 3 of the resettlement criteria as well. Those criteria are legal and physical protection needs, survivor of violence and torture, and lack of local integration prospects. I cannot afford to let my rights be infringed upon any longer, nor can I tolerate any other physical assault directed at me at the doorsteps of the UNHCR office by various entities, only because I try to reach the organization and need their assistance. Where your country stands in all of this? Are you involved and therefore part of it, or rather against it? Apparently, the so-called good people of Europe, including Greeks, who are commissioned to murder refugees on behalf of the rest of Europe, seemed astonished by the fact that one has actually survived the refugee annihilation program longer than they expected. Now, isn't that an bitter irony to have been trapped in the hands of very people who have utilized every means for my extinction, yet at the meantime brazenly dared to claim it was all for my protection? Whom do they think want to fool themselves, the people of the world, or an innocent soul on his way to a place of refuge, when they had already robbed him of everything essential for his survival? They want to bury me alive, take my strength, and silence my voice, but this must be a voice that can be heard over all other noises that bury everything else, even when it is not shouting, even if it is just a whisper, because even the lowest whisper can be heard over armies when it is telling the truth. And yes, indeed, this is a fight for freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. This is a fight for my rights to live, and I will not vanish without a fight. I need a way out of this and the endless torment they imposed on me for these many years for the crime of seeking refuge in this continent. Dear the Honorable Ambassador, Mr. Jeffrey Pierre, today, as I have favorably informed you about this humanitarian disaster, which is purposely manufactured by the European countries, targeting my very existence, I have desperately extended my hand to you and asking for your kind assistance in this very crucial time of need, and will look forward seeing the end of this humanitarian tragedy, whether it is by offering me asylum or granting me entry to your own beloved country, or whether it is by helping for my resettlement in one of the two other countries named above. Any kind of help is very much appreciated. I am anxiously looking forward to your compassionate response and your kind assistance on this matter. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I will remain at your disposal should you require any further information. Please take note that I have also included a DVD disc that should come along with this letter. This disc contains almost all the documents related to this matter. This, I hope, will clarify the nature of this humanitarian tragedy and why do I require your kind assistance on the matter. Yours respectfully, Anwar, Nillufary. Registered case number at the Greek Asylum Office 12826 from the year 2014. Address: my shelter located in front of the UNHCR's main office in Athens since March 21st, 2017. Ambelokipi 91. Today, the day of this letter is Monday, August 5th, 2019, but today is actually Tuesday, August 20th, 2019, and here is the part of it. I say there is an attachment and a DVD and the rest of the information that I provided to them in this letter. Okay, that's it for now, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, comment, and distribute these videos with everybody. I look forward to your kind assistance. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.